millions who are outraged by what happened here, there's one answer: vote. If you believe Dr. Ford and other brave women who came forward, and you want to vindicate their sacrifice, vote. If you believe the Supreme Court
But I don't think you would want to let him.
women's rights,
Well, can I turn him down some?
if you believe the Supreme Court must protect health care.
Because I feel like we're just giving him views. Is that turning him down?
Here, I don't think no one's really watching that.
No.
The Supreme Court should defend workers, consumers, the environment.
Anyway, looking at Chuck Schumer, this was not what I envisioned us listening to right now in our little watch. Oh, wow. Hi, Austin. Anyway, like I said, I think that we should be something to Fox about only showing those that are protesting Judge Kavanaugh and not saying anything about those that are there in support of him. They haven't gotten any live airtime that I've seen. I see, sweetheart. That's awesome.
I understand. I share the deep anguish that millions of Americans experience today.
Yeah, honey, I'm sitting right now streaming. Thank the Lord. Chuck is over with now. Do you really think it's going to benefit us? People seeing through all of the lies and stuff.
That's so he conceded defeat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hi, Danny. You got your popcorn, baby? Come on. We've been listening to these folks all day now. Today is a historic day. I don't know how to tell anything on there. You can't put it on here on the computer where I can see it, honey. Daniel?
Yeah, I can. But it's gonna take off.
Oh, it's gonna make it because you're doing the desktop shot.
I mean,
Yeah, it will because this is I see the whole desktop on there. It will. So never mind. No, never mind. Don't do it. Why are you doing it, honey? Sweetheart. Why is it on our timeline review right there where my cousin had done the thing? That's what was showing up.
that, so it still has that on there. And so what you can do there, and that shouldn't be popping up.
Hi, Stephen Tracy.
So go to this side. Make sure it stays muted though.
How do you make sure it stays muted?
But see, what it'll do, you'll probably have to make this bigger to see it. Because that's how Facebook just does it. They just make it so you have to do that to be able to see the comments. What happened? So that's the comments should be right here.
Yeah, it's scanning. Where's your feedback, Dave?
Make sure it's muted.
How many subscribers do we have on YouTube?
Is that one muted? Make sure that one's muted.
It's not muted.
Okay, mute that one.
And it's frozen too.
How many subscribers do you have?
I don't know, man.
On YouTube?
Like 460 something.
I only have like 12. I only have 12.
All right, then you guys go play.
I don't know why this is showing everything so far behind.
Because it's still, that's how it's delayed. So it doesn't show anybody right here? Maybe nobody's watching.
I had one thing that said Stephen Tracy is watching with you.
They might be on YouTube. They might not be on the Facebook. I mostly share the YouTube thing.
Well,
We're not set up to look at everything at once, so.
probably why we need to pull the iPad out too. I was thinking about that. Oh, I'm getting smoked out. Right. Yeah, this is lag too. I can't see. Where what was? You know. Dang. No. They do dress up like him, just like Dustin does with Spider-Man. Damn. I cannot see if this is. I can't see from me. So can you go back to the cameras? I can't see what's going on.
Just click it back on the OBS.
What did you just do?
Oh my god. Click on the OBS.
There we go. That's so weird.
Moments by the end of this film. All
That's why
relevant
by the
699
camera.
scenes will be
Yeah.
filmed, and Steve Daines is walking his daughter down the aisle, but now the vote is going to be taken. Let's listen in. Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
Here we go. The vote's going to be taken now. You want to come over here, honey? Oh, there they go. Screaming in there on the Senate floor while the vice president is talking.
Is there a sufficient second? There is a sufficient second. The clerk will call the roll. Mr. Alexander.
How are they letting people get this
The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the
to
gallery.
our Senate? Our senators, these are our dignitaries. Why? Honey, they're in there on the floor. They're like where they can be screaming distance where we can hear them. That is so frustrating. How did they get in there? This is so, that's so staged.
Look, no.
Sergeant at Arms has restored order in the galleries.
Yeah.
Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
Control which way to smoke. Keep going towards.
The clerk may continue. Ms. Baldwin. Mr. Barrasso.
Do you see that though, honey? They let them in there and they're
Mr.
just
Bennett.
screaming and stuff over our
Mr.
vice president.
Blumenthal.
We knew that was gonna be liberal tears. They're gonna be
Mr. Blunt.
no tears of swimming.
Yeah, that's more than tears, so that's
Mr.
very
Booker.
frustrating. It's something really should be done about that.
Mr. Bozeman.
They all need to be arrested, every one of them.
Mr. Brown.
It's like it's not
Mr.
telling
Burr.
us how many people are watching this.
Ms.
They don't
Cantwell.
usually do that.
Mrs. Capito.
Because it says these people was watching, but it don't show
Mr.
it.
Cardin. Mr. Carper. Mr. Casey. Mr. Cassidy. Ms. Collins. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. Continue.
These people
Mr.
are that
Coons.
close that they can scream and stuff. They're that close that one of them could
Mr.
throw a
Parker.
dagger or throw something.
You said throw it back.
Well, you know, they have the metal detectors to get into these buildings, but I mean, they could get some kind of makeshift weapon. I don't trust it. That what? Oh, here we go. Daniel wanted me to show his salt that we got from American Homestead.
Sergeant at
Smoke
Arms will
salt,
restore order in the
Maplewood
gallery.
smoke salt, and it's really, really good. Really, really good.
What's the slap your mama?
And then this is the slap your mama that he's
Mr. Cortez
using.
Masto.
Brought to us straight from Louisiana.
Mr. Crapo. Mr. Cruz. Mr. Daines. Mr. Donnelly. Ms. Duckworth. Mr. Durbin.
This is my
Anzi.
entertainment for today. This is my movie for today. So I got my little Winco
Mrs.
popcorn.
Mrs. Feinstein.
Ugh. Feinstein.
Mrs. Fisher. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
Yeah, it's saying about 4 or 5 people will watch it, but no one has said anything on here.
Mr. Gardner.
Or it hadn't caught up to us if it has.
Mrs. Gillibrand.
Yeah.
Mr. Graham. Mr. Grassley. Mrs. Harris. Mrs. Hassan. Mr. Hatch. Mr. Heinrich. Ms. Heitkamp. Mr. Heller. Ms. Hirono. Mr. Hoven. Mrs. Hyde Smith. Mr. Inhofe. Mr. Isaacson. Mr. Johnson. Mr. Jones. Mr. Kane. Mr. Kennedy. Mr. King. Ms. Klobuchar. Mr. Kyle. Mr. Langford. Mr. Leahy. Mr. Lee.
I feel like this is one more step to making America completely great again. Getting the right
Clerk will
justice.
suspend. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery. The Sergeant at Arms will restore order in the gallery.
How do these people keep getting past the sergeant at arms?
Whoever was probably letting them in, they probably invited them. They probably gave them tickets.
Clerk may continue.
That's just
Mr. Markey.
ridiculous. It's frustrating.
Mrs. McCaskill. Mr. McConnell. Mr. Menendez. Mr. Merkley. Mr. Moran. Ms. Markowski.
Ugh.
Mr. Murphy. Mrs. Murray. Mr. Nelson. Mr. Paul. Mr. Perdue. Mr. Peters. Mr. Portman. Mr. Reed. Mr. Risch. Mr. Roberts. Mr. Rounds. Mr. Rubio. Mr. Sanders.
Mother.
Mr. Sass. Mr. Schatz.
We just wanted to share this
Mr.
moment with
Schumer.
others. Like I said before, on the day of the election, before we had the results, we made it an outdoor day. We were outside doing crafts. The kids did the White House gingerbread and all of that. And today, I'm eating my popcorn. And I'm just confident that this is going to go the way that it's intended to go.
Mr. Tester.
Ooh.
Mr. Thune. Mr. Tillis. Mr. Toomey. Mr. Udall. Mr. Van Hollen. Mr. Warner. Ms. Warren. Mr.
Wow,
Whitehouse.
that was on your shirt. You know that?
Mr. Waker.
Be careful, honey.
Mr. White.
Daniel's grilling tri-tip today.
Mr. Young.
Some tri-tip and some sweet peppers. I'm going to have some macaroni salad.
With my friend, the senator from Montana, Senator Daines, who is walking his daughter down the aisle this afternoon. If he were present and voting, he would have voted aye. I have voted no. The pair will not change the outcome of the vote. I therefore withdraw my vote.
The senator has that right.
She says she therefore withdrew her vote. Good.
Senators voting in the affirmative: Alexander, Barrasso, Blunt, Bozeman, Burr, Capito, Cassidy, Collins, Corker, Cornyn, Cotton, Crapo, Cruz, Enzi, Ernst, Fisher, Flake, Gardner, Graham, Grassley, Hatch, Heller, Hovind, Hyde-Smith, Inhofe, Isaacson, Johnson, Kennedy, Kyle, Langford, Lee, Manchin, McConnell, Moran, Hall, Perdue, Portman.
We are going to pause for a moment now to let our Fox stations join us. Welcome to our Fox News Live coverage of the Senate vote to confirm Brett Kavanaugh for the Supreme Court. I'm Chris Wallace.
And I'm Shannon Breen. We are here in Washington. You're going to listen live as they're talking through the votes now, the roll call, as you listen to hear the tallies, what at this moment appear to be a confirmation for Kavanaugh.
So,
Senators voting in the negative: Baldwin, Bennett,
Blumenthal,
Booker, Brown, Cantwell, Cardin, Casey, Coons, Cortez Masto, Donnelly, Duckworth, Durbin, Feinstein, Gillibrand, Harris, Hassan, Heinrich, Heitkamp, Hirono, Jones, Kane, King, Klobuchar, Leahy, Markey, McCaskill, Menendez, Merkley, Murray, Nelson, Peters, Reed, Sanders, Schatz, Schumer, Shaheen, Smith, Stabenow, Tester, Udall, Van Hollen, Warner, Warren, Whitehouse, White. Mr. Murphy? Mr. Murphy, no.
Right.
What's going on right now is that they are waiting for senators who missed the first roll call, and there were a few who did, to come to the floor and to vote, and then they'll have the final tally, which is going to show that the Senate has voted to confirm Judge Kavanaugh.
Yes.
Just moments ago, people saw Senator Lisa Murkowski, a Republican who's voting no, step up to say she's essentially pairing her vote. It's something they can do in the Senate where someone has to be away. We've talked about GOP Senator Steve Daines is away at his daughter's wedding today in Montana. They have an agreement where she's voting no, he's voting yes. They pair their votes since they offset each other. Essentially, she pulls back her vote and votes present in essence, and that would get us to 50, 48, and 1.
It's good to see that somebody has the right sense of priority, Shannon, and he apparently flatly said, Steve Daines, I don't care if it's a Senate confirmation vote, I am walking my daughter down the aisle.
It sparked a lot of conversations in families. What would you do in that moment? Now, he did have a backup plan in that a congressman from Montana, Giaforte, had said, I will allow you to use my private plane if necessary, if you needed to get there. So there was always a backup plan for him to be here if needed. And he said he didn't want the judge to ever think he was wavering. They had a private phone call, and he said to him, I'll be there if you need me. But because of this agreement, they weren't done today.
All of our Republican senators did. They held out, you guys, for 293 days. Did not let Obama put his other liberal. Oh, that would have been so horrible. So now we've got 2 justices that President Trump appointed. 2, you guys, not 1, but 2 within the first 2 years of his presidency.
It's about to be 3.
About to be 3. You know, but honestly, I said hi to her. I did.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, though, it's really sad that we're at a place in the United States of America where the Supreme Court means so much because we have
early in the roll call before we came on
a republic,
the National Network.
Daniel saying he's sorry because he's smoking me out. He's grilling. And every now and then the wind blows my way. Anyway, it's really sad that we're in a place where the Supreme Court means so much in our land because they're who we've been relying on now to make decisions, and a lot of stupid decisions. Like
female voices shouting very much in opposition to the Kavanaugh nomination, and particularly when Jeff Flake, who was considered one of the key swing votes, was voting.
Their plan was to stack this court with the judges that they wanted, the liberals did, and then want to change laws and constitution. But it worked against them. The guy always wins.
The way the Constitution is interpreted, they got in there, you guys. I don't think people really realize these folks got in there and they redefined the word. They threw out Merriam-Webster dictionary. They threw out the oldest book known to man, most distributed book, which was the Bible, where it said that marriage was between one man, one woman, male and female created he them. They redefined all of that. This is how serious this was.
It is a holiday weekend,
and
they want to go back to their states.
Because now they're going to have to go through a lot of procedures. Just like with Roe v. Wade, it'll probably be a bunch of state cases first. And then after, and really ruling that it's in the hands of the states to decide on abortion. To decide on abortion, as well as whether they want to acknowledge gay marriage again. They're probably going to give the power back to the states again. But in order to never see anything like this again,
expressions of approval or disapproval are not permitted in the Senate gallery.
Sorry,
are there any senators in the chamber who wish to vote or change a vote?
That's my VP.
If not, on this vote, the ayes are 50, the nays are 48.
Woo!
The nomination of Brett M. Kavanaugh of Maryland to be an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court of the United States is confirmed.
Majority Leader.
I present the motion to reconsider be considered made, laid upon the table, and the President be immediately notified of the satisfaction.
I know, I'm having to fight this smoke.
I suggest the applicant quorum.
What'd you say? Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
We'll restore order in the gallery. Clerk will call the roll.
And so
Yeah, because you
after
definitely
three
are smoking me
long
out. I was
months, the
trying to do a victory
nomination which
dance.
came
Remember
on July
victory
9th
dance?
and the confirmation
This is what I was doing when
which comes
Trump won.
today,
Yeah.
Kavanaugh is officially confirmed to the Supreme Court and will take his seat on the court on Tuesday after the Columbus Day holiday. Please stay tuned to Fox News Channel and this Fox station for continuing coverage of this
Oh,
story.
gosh.
I'm Chris Wallace.
And I'm Shannon Breed in Washington.
Bye, Chris.
All right, let's bring back our panel here in Washington as we have just watched this moment in history. Mo, I'll start with you. We talked a little bit as we were waiting for this vote to go forward. There have been strenuous protests at every turn. It's now official that Judge Kavanaugh will become Justice Kavanaugh. 2 oaths he'll need to take to make that happen before he goes to the high court. But where does the resistance or the fight against this process, as we saw it play out, where does it go next?
I think Senator Schumer probably said it best, and that is it's going to take place at the ballot box. I think, I'm sure there will be some protests. We were talking a little earlier about how there may be some protests on his first day seated.
These are who are important to me. This is all about their future.
But the place to affect change
all
is at
about
the
y'all's
ballot box.
future.
We've heard people on both sides say elections have consequences, and so for those on the left who feel that this process was unfair, feel that Judge now soon-to-be Justice Kavanaugh is going to make rulings antithetical to what they believe.
All right, you guys can go play.
Really one recourse, and that is to vote. Carrie,
it's done.
The judicial crisis network, very supportive of Judge Kavanaugh. You have been out speaking very much on his behalf throughout this long process. Your thoughts now that it's official?
I'm just so proud of how
that's one of my grown sons.
The process has
ended. This is actually his shirt I have on.
The circus-like atmosphere.
I confiscated it. Might as well say it's mine now.
This process. Judge Kavanaugh is someone who has a track record of 12 years on the D.C. Circuit Court of Appeals. He's someone who is a seasoned judge and who in that time really developed an amazing reputation for his even-handedness, for being willing to listen to both sides of the argument, for going in intentionally non-political, non-partisan.
Well, the news people are talking, but they're showing a bunch of snowflakes outside.
For that court to have someone of his stature there joining those justices. And
you're welcome, Dale.
He's someone known for his collegiality as well. So I think he's going to be a contribution to the court.
Because all they're doing now is giving a bunch of time to the protesters.
I will say there are some pro-Kavanaugh
but I can't wait to see it. I know there are going to be people there.
Supporters here. I've seen some signs that say
not working for
Kavanaugh. But you've got to assume the vast majority of these folks are upset with how the Senate has voted today.
Okay, good.
Do you worry about
the fan to blow the smoke away from me now?
Reaction in the country?
I think we've seen
anyway,
Leader McConnell said,
what I like to see
huge reaction,
is those behind the scenes
what I have been struck by is hearing the number of people
of like the liberals when they start like breaking down and screaming out and crying and all this stuff. Like they had a girl the other day being arrested. She was making some kind of, I don't even know what kind of call that was. She was making, I don't even want to try to do it. Because I can't.
That's not just about trial. That's a fundamental American value.
With these folks, Dale and I were talking.
And
we were talking about how some of these folks have a certain look to their faces.
On policy or on the judicial philosophy.
I'm going to mute that for just a minute.
In a noble barred effort to defeat them. That's what was so discouraging about the process. But what I am happy to see is how people saw that and said, that's not the direction we want to go. And I would hope that some people also on the left would see it, hey, you know what? This is, let's not do this going forward. We can have a reasoned debate about judicial philosophy, and that's appropriate. But threats, intimidation, like Senator Collins and others have experienced, and just shouting and disruption, like we saw today, we saw during this hearing, that's not actually the best way to have a reasonable argument.
The girl was like screaming and yelling, and she had some kind of mating call or something. She was screaming in the hallway. But as funny as it was, I was very concerned that these folks are able to hem up a senator in an elevator. These folks, I mean, I don't know if anybody saw the little snippet of the pro-choicer drop kicking a woman that was pro-life just because she was asking them their point of view. He could have walked away and said, I don't wish to be on camera. But he drop kicked her. He kicked her in the face and then claimed that he was trying to kick the cell phone. It was horrible. So these folks are dangerous. Here, you can write me some.
Highly unorthodox thing for a candidate to do.
Oh, he wants the whole thing. Here, girl.
And one of the most
other people join
claims that
are watching right now.
To conservatives, you don't know
anyway,
you don't know they're going to stick
like I was saying, just watching them like have these total meltdowns and stuff. Number one, alarms me that these folks could be dangerous. It's gonna be yummy. So anyway, some of these folks are going to be having breakdowns, but it scares me though because some of these folks can be very dangerous, okay? They could end up trying to really hurt somebody. So I don't know what's going on at our state's buildings. I know here in our area, I met with Mark DeSolanay, and the day that I met with him, there were so many people. That's our area congressman. Anyway, the day that I met with him, there was so much security around him. I was not making it in there just to sit down and talk with him in one of our community building settings or whatever. Or that's our congressman in this area. In other areas that we plan on setting our roots when we have property. We have different congressmen and stuff. But anyway, we couldn't just get to him. We had to go through a whole process. No, our property, when we move up there. When we move up there. It's in Northern California, NorCal.
That I think will come back
yes,
to haunt
I do.
election. Hold on here. We'll come back to you in a moment.
So,
there has been muted reaction.
All of our peppers are going to be so good. We are celebrating. Celebrating. This is like the second best. This only pales in comparison to, as far as our political joy, to November the 8th, 2016. That's it. But next is going to be, and I'm believing it, I'm believing for November 6th, 2018. Hopefully everybody is getting out there and voting. All of our friends, all of our conservative friends. Daniel tells me don't say it to the Democrats that are our friends and family because that might just enthuse them to go vote. But I kind of know the folks that we have on here as friends and family. They care us about voting. So anyway, we're excited because we could have had Merrick Gartner in there, but we don't. And I want to say for those that weren't on here earlier when I said it, that Mitch McConnell and the Republican Senate did their thing, you guys. They held out, and we got a Neil Gorsuch. Okay, they held out. I don't know if anyone realizes how difficult that was for them, but they did it. They were successful in holding out, confirming justice. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, boop, we get Kennedy saying, oh, I'm going to retire July 31st. Now, I'm just ready for Ginsburg. I think it's already known, kind of, that she's out of her mind, you know?
Yeah, she doesn't want them using
so,
the picture.
Yeah, I mean, even if you Google the Supreme Court justice, they have their pictures that they want to show for them. Hers is this old black and white. I mean, she had to have been like 18, 19. So we're talking about 60, 70 years ago picture that she's using right now of herself. And it's more flattering than what we have now. So that's probably why she's using it, but it's black and white. And you can tell it's one of those old black and white touched pictures or whatever. So the woman is we know she's completely not competent anymore. They're going to have to really prove to me that this woman has a competency level that allows her. They should have a competency test, really, not just their personal doctor clearing them. I agree with that. Daniel was saying at least every 3 years or so. Something needs to be done because some of the things that have come out of this woman's mouth, ugh. Anyway, I'm going to unmute this for those that are watching with us. Hi, ham sandwich. Here's our little ham. Dinah, I can't see you. You gotta put your face closer to mine, darling. There we go. Thank you, darling. This is the one we call our little ham, our ham sandwich. She doesn't even understand yet fully what. Oh, the Fox News froze, honey.
Did it?
Yeah.
It'll probably come back. Or either it's probably going off.
What do you mean going off?
Am I the one?
No, it's not off. She was in the middle of talking.
Oh, I'll probably come back on. I don't know.
Look. Oh, there she goes. Anyway, like I was saying, our children don't even know. One day they will know what we're fighting for. We're trying to make sure that our country is preserved in a way that they're able to enjoy their lives and enjoy the freedom the country affords them. And so I just remuted that again just to talk about how serious this is to me. So I really, really, really hope that my children know everything that has been done for them to ensure that they have a good life, a good adult life, that their children have a good life, you know, and the importance of voting and the importance of standing firm and supporting those that are conservative, that want to reserve and preserve our nation, that want to have a healthy middle class, that want to have a healthy economy where everyone is happy, everyone is prospering, not just this few at the top. And, you know, that everything that's good and pure and holy is good and pure and holy.
To be at the top if you want, you know.
Right. My husband, I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he was saying it needs to be your choice. You're able to make it to the top and be successful if you want to. That there is opportunity there, not a Venezuela. And so that's why all of this is so important to us. Anyway, you want to go off now? Or you want to keep going? How do I?
Are the people gone?
I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know how to tell, honey.
That's because they ain't letting us know this time.
Yeah, usually we have these things letting us know if folks are there. It's more of a real-time comment because, like, we're getting the comments. I don't know if they're on time or late. I don't know. Anyway, it kind of doesn't matter because we won. We shot the BB gun. Yeah! I wish Danny had his BB gun right now so he could.
So what
I'm so silly sometimes.
What are they saying?
Well, they're just going back over right now they're talking about the Supreme Court justices. Here, I'm gonna.
All right, well, go ahead. Tell them we're gonna end it, and maybe we'll come back on live again and just see what they're talking about with the news and stuff, and maybe we'll do a short one.
Yeah, maybe just on Facebook only. So if you're with us on YouTube, you know, find us on Facebook. We make everything public. We're probably gonna go live on Facebook a little bit later after we have some delicious meat. Dang, I would like to show that meat though. It would be nice for folks to be able to see. Look at all that juice pouring out of there.
For about an hour and 30 minutes,
get it over there.
Explain to me all of the different cases I was being asked about. One of them being Roe v. Wade and the right to privacy and that connection there, and explaining how it happened in the Supreme Court over a long period of time. And then you go with him at night.
Is it on there? Is the meat on there?
And a laugh.
I can't tell.
Any bad behavior by Brett Kavanaugh.
Probably not. Why are you laughing at me, honey? Are you on there?
All right, joining us now, South Dakota Senior Senator John Thune, also the Senate Republican Conference Chairman. Senator, you got this across the finish line. How do you feel right now?
No, that's what I'm saying. Can you hold it up? Is there anything you can do to make it seen? Is it seen on there? Delicious. Delicious, delicious. Joy.